Welcome to Chapter 3, Lesson 9, which is titled Place the First Digit. This is an important lesson because sometimes when we do a 3-digit dividend, we may not always have enough hundreds to divide. If this happens, that means that the quotient should start at the next place value position. Let's do a couple examples to explain better what that means. Example 1 says, Raven received 135 emails over 3 weeks. If she received the same number of emails each week, how many emails did she receive in the first week? So first of all, we need to underline our keywords. We have 135 emails in 3 weeks. So we are going to do 135 divided by 3. So step 1 is to divide the hundreds. Well, there are not enough hundreds in this instance to divide into 3 groups. So we're going to regroup 100 as 3 tens and let me try that again. We are going to regroup 100 as 3 tens, which could also be 13 tens. So the 3 does not go into 1. So if you want, you can write an X above here. You could write a 0 to help you stay on track with your place values, or you can leave it blank. Step 2 is to divide the tens. 3 can go into 13, so we know that we can put a number above our tens place. 3 goes into 13 4 times, so 3 times 4 is 12. 13 minus 12 is 1, carry down our 5. 15 divided by 3 is 5. 5 times 3 is 15. Subtract, and then we're left with 0. So we have 45. Our next step is to check our answer using multiplication. 45 times 3. 3 times 5 is 15, carry the 1, 3 times 4 is 12, plus 1 is 13. We know that I did our answer correctly, so Raven received 45 emails in the first week. Let's go ahead and move on to example 2. Example 2 says to find 6,784 divided by 7. So step 1 is usually to divide the hundreds. Well, in this case, we have thousands, but there is not enough thousands to divide into 7 groups. So we regroup the 6,000s and 700s as 67 hundreds. So 7 does not go into 6. So once again, you can write that X or a 0. It's up to you. And we see how many times the 7 go into 67. We know that 7 times 9 is 63. So we can subtract 63. 67 minus 63 is 4. Bring down our 8, and we have 48. 48 divided by 7, that gives 6 is the closest. 7 times 6 is 42. 48 minus 42 is 6. Bring down our 4, which takes us to 64. We know from above that 7 times 9 is 63. So we can subtract 63 here, and that gives us a remainder of 1. Check our answer using multiplication. We have 969 times 7. 63, carry our 6, 42 plus 6 is 48. Carry our 4, 63 plus 4 is 67. Oh, and I wrote 47. Let's rewrite that as 6783. And we need to add in our 1 remainder. So we have 6,784, which is the number that we originally started with. So we know that our division was done correctly. So we could write that as 969, remainder 1, or as 969 with 1 out of 7 left over. We flip to page 14 of your packet. Let's do 2 guided problems together, and then I'll have you finish the rest on your own. So we have 435 divided by 5. 5 does not go into 4, so we move on to 43. 5 goes into 43 8 times. 5 times 8 is 40. We subtract, we have 3, bring down our 5, and we have 35. 35 divided by 5 is 7, so 35 minus 35 is 0. If we check our answer using multiplication, we have 87 times 5. 7 times 5 is 35, carry our 3. 5 times 8 is 40, plus 3 is 43, 435. So we know our answer for that one was correct. 87 is our final answer. Number 2. This will be the last one I'm doing with you, and I'll ask you to do the rest of them on your own. We have 629 divided by 8. 8 does not go into 6, so we move on to 62. 62 divided by 8 would give us 7, would get the closest we could get. 8 times 7 is 56. Do our subtraction, and we must borrow. And we're left with 12, or 12 minus 6, which is 6. Bring down our 9. 69 divided by 8 is 8. 8 times 8 is 64. Subtract, and we have a remainder of 5. Let's go ahead and check using multiplication. So we have 78 times 8. 8 times 8 is 64. 8 times 7 is 56. Plus 6 is 62. Plus our remainder of 5 equals 629, which is what we started with at the beginning. So our answer of 78, remainder 5, or you can write it as 78 and 5 out of 8. Now on your own, I would like you to try problems 3, 4, 5, and 6. We will check those tomorrow in class.